This is how we ride. This is how we do. Riding mud slide.
Well, race was interesting. You were the one Lone Ranger on the top side. It seemed like, I'm sure you wanted it, but I'll tell you what, when you made the pass on Davenport slipping the first time, the crowd went nuts. It seemed like your car was better when he was running low, and when you got close, it kind of moved mid-track, and it looked like that kind of killed some momentum. Is that the air playing with it?
A little bit of air, and it's just hard to charge especially getting into 3. It's hard to charge right next to that wall and not really see it or get a clear shot at it. So just, I mean, it didn't really play in our favor. I finally got ahead of JD and I immediately threw caution. I picked the top on the first 3 starts, and then I was married to it everyone after that because Chris kept beating me on the starts, and it was good. I mean, it's hard to live and die the whole, however many laps I ran up there. I feel like I ran a lot of laps in 1 and 2 up high, and 3 and 4 moving. So just wasn't our night, but it was still, a really good run. I'm pumped about it. That's 2 good weekends in a row for us, so we just need to keep building on it, really.
Well, yeah, and I guess the only other guy who was pounding it just as good as you would have been Pierce. Obviously, the fans were getting happy when y'all started going at it, too. Was there anything you saw he was doing that you might have learned or tipped off on? Or?
Oh, I mean, anytime Bobby's coming, you pretty much know that he's
on the top, pounding
the fence down, and that kind of told me that it was time to start turning the wick up. And I really, when I made one move on JD, I ran it really hard, and then about the last 30 laps, I started running it really hard, and I actually got a good line into 3 where I could enter right next to the wall and then roll out of the gas the rest of the corner. But just, like I said, you can only burn it down for so long before you got to either get where you're trying to get, or you got to just really, really commit. And I let Ricky get by me there, and then he just kind of started moving into my lane and blocking me a little bit, and then that took another 10 laps out of the race. So just need to race a little bit better, but I mean, I'm happy. I feel like we had a car that was capable of winning and took the lead, so it was exciting for my seat for sure.
It did look like that Davenport moving up did affect you a little bit. Question on that note: obviously, we've had an issue with the flagman giving sprint car signals, with the sticks. Lucas has, you're open, you can do sticks as much as you want. Here, it's a little different with the Outlaws. Do you think that possibly he got a signal, hey, Turbo's coming in that kind of, with a hand or something? Because it seems like now they're using jackets in hands.
I mean, he's good enough. There's a huge Megatron, so I'd say he's won a few of these, so I'd say he can watch the TV. And, Jason Durham, I mean, probably, he basically drives the car for him, so I don't know what else he had to do to make it happen. So.
How do you feel about stick signals in general? Do you think it's something that should be completely signaling out? Or
I think it's cool. I think it's a good job. I think it's something that it's part of it. The reason Lyle doesn't like sticks is because he's never looked, and he's just that good. But I don't understand is NASCAR has a fucking guy spotting in your ear. What's the difference with a guy?
Well, I think that's the argument is dirt racing you should have no help as a driver to know what's going on, and you got to figure it out. That's kind of the dirt side traditionally, and then we're not NASCAR would be the answer to that. If you want, sticks, you need spotters. So
I mean, there's been signals, and they ran radios 10 years ago. I mean, if a guy with 2 hands and a glove wins the race for you, then y'all are just gelling that well. So I honestly don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
Normally when that guy moves into your lane, it takes him a while to get there, and then that's when the racing gets a little interesting. JD started moving up the closer I would get, and I think it actually slowed him down because then Madden could drive to him more than the bottom. So I don't know. It was all good fun.
This is how we ride. This is how we do. Riding mud, sliding up.